Hi everyone, welcome to my drive and fail for July. I spent a fair bit of time this month on the motorway as I travelled down to Goodwood for a few days, and I found lane discipline is getting worse. But this is back in Liverpool. Have a little look at the Toyota Yaris in the middle lane. This video was sponsored by Car Vertical, and a little later on in this video I'll be going over their services they provide. But back to the Toyota Yaris. Do you find lane discipline has got worse over the last few years? People just don't seem to have a clue nowadays. I must admit though, the further down south I seem to travel, the worse I think this got. Do you think there's any regional variations with lane discipline? I'll be interested to hear the opinion of all the drivers who drive nationally. That Yaris driver's still stuck in lane 2. Now that's quite enough of me singing. This is only a minute or so further up the motorway, and I'm approaching a junction where I've had a similar situation to this. Have a look at the black Fiesta that emerges from the junction on the left. They're travelling way too close to that van, and I get the sniff that they're going to try and move out into lane 2, so I warn them. It works perfectly, but always be ready to use your escape route to lane 3. Now, have a look at the lane discipline of the driver of that Fiesta. Straight to lane 3, and they take an absolute age to catch me up. Yes, they are technically overtaking, but something didn't sit quite right, so I give them a little bit of caution, and it's a good job I did. And this is after they slowed down. This clip again highlights the importance of staying in a staggered formation. It reduces risk massively, and more people should have this as one of their primary concerns when driving or riding. Look at the amount of traffic that's following us. What is the point?
Look further allows you to see things sooner, gives you more time to do stuff. What signs do you see up ahead? Wicked. You've backed it off nicely. Very good. What's the next triangular sign?
Humps.
Speed bumps. Okay, sound. The car overtaking the other side of the bollard.
That's very dangerous, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely dangerous. Look at the taxi behind.
Oh.
Just sums up what we were talking about, doesn't it? Yeah.
Before you make your purchase of your new vehicle, I would advise making some checks to ensure it hasn't got a hidden history. By simply inputting a registration or VIN number into the Car Vertical website will give you a comprehensive and easy to read report that might highlight things you need to know. This report of this 2004 Nissan 350Z rubber stamps this need to know. We can see by the multiple pictures included within this report this vehicle has had heavy front and side impacts, but they also show the engine is still a runner. There are no signs of mileage rollbacks, and for a 20-year-old car, 90,000 miles seems reasonable. The timeline of this report also shows quite a settled history from 2004 until 2020, where it failed its first MOT inspection, but even then the faults were rectified and the retest was successful. It was then in November 2022 where the damage happened, and unsurprisingly with the age of the car, it was written off by the insurance. It was categorised as a Category S write-off, which means it should be repairable. But interestingly, a few months later at the start of 2023, the report shows the record of the vehicle being marked as scrapped. I think there's a possibility that the parts in working order left on the vehicle, if sold, would financially make more sense than repairing the whole thing. Imagine if you went to purchase this vehicle and then someone had illegally put it back on the road. This wouldn't happen if you've safeguarded yourself by checking it first through Car Vertical. Please use my link in the description, and by using the promo code Ashley when you're checking out your next potential purchase, you can save yourself 20%. Thanks Car Vertical.
This Saturday, the £15 million lotto jackpot must be won.
Like I've said before, nothing wrong with using all the road space and filling up this lane too. The Mercedes isn't turning right, are they?
Oh, you are f***ing kidding me?
The white car behind helped me massively there. Nice one.
Left knee in the middle,
Left knee in the middle.
right knee.
Cool. Inside whatever we need to be. Alright, wicked. So I am going to do the right turn from here. Where should the student be looking? Over the top of the right mirror. Pull it round that curb. Check. I am going to signal, but I am going to hold back and let them go. Come on, you're going to go? Alright, sound.
Some of the rules.
No idea, have they? Absolutely no idea. And that's why it's sketchy as hell to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. They should put a zebra crossing there or something.
100%. But they would have to do it everywhere for people to understand what's going on.
Yeah.
And until they do something about it, it ain't gonna get any better.
What I did here was purposefully not make direct eye contact with the pedestrian, and I was ready to use my horn if he was going to walk out. Luckily, the pedestrian got the message really quick. Great job and good decision. But you often get situations like this where you're doing the correct thing by maybe letting another vehicle go, and it can inadvertently invite a pedestrian out. Always be ready to lend a hand to do what you can to make it safer.
Need for, or maybe not now. What are you going to do with this? What did we do before? Super slow. Creep. Yeah, you got it. Just go slow. It should change. It does change. Because it's one of those crossings that sensor operated. It's one of the puffing ones.
Yeah.
So when it senses when people across the other side, it cycles again. Yeah. Well done, good. What about this now? Is this one just push past to then just turn left? Grow the gap. Grow the gap. You can spot people a mile off,
Yeah.
can't you? Yeah? Any issues?
No.
Nicely dealt with. Very good. So why would they try and get in really early? Because they see how those two things can be put together?
Yeah.
Wicked. Good. Have a listen. Could that do with? Does it need a gear with the cars doing what they're doing up there? It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Good, yeah, good shout. Perfect.
Oh, easy. Could be enough to do, mate.
Just hold back, you're doing brilliantly. Now you can. Why did I beat the horn there?
So that I know he could keep going.
Not really. Where was his trailer?
Oh, right in front of us.
It was right there as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So therefore,
Just let him know.
don't do it yet. And
Yeah.
then what did I do? I put my hand up,
Let on.
just stuck my thumb up.
Yeah.
People impatient shouldn't be doing that. If he knows he's heading left, he should be in this left lane in plenty of time.
Yeah, especially for the bit where he's got something driving something like that, where it's not
100%.
easy to change.
100%, yes. And who did he decide to pick on? The learner driver. I'm just going to bully them out of the way.
Yeah.
Poor. It's poor, but it's just down to us to deal with it, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is a cracking piece of driving from the Ford that's approaching in lane 2 behind me. You can tell exactly how aware they were by how quickly they were able to move. Nice job. But this isn't the main point of the clip. Have a look at the artificial grass covered smart car that's in lane 1, just up ahead. Have you ever seen anything like this? I suppose it is a good way to advertise your business though. I wouldn't dream of overtaking a queue just to turn left like this driver. They also nearly got tagged by the blue car in front changing their mind to turn left rather than waiting. It's doing something unpredictable like this which can often cause problems. And I'm seeing these actions more and more at this particular junction with the new yellow boxes painted on the road. Have a look at the van at the far back of the queue behind me. They're going to have a go from all the way back there.
30,000 members at cssc.co.uk.
So for example, who has priority? Us or them?
Us.
Correct. So when the traffic does start to move, I'd like you to have a little creep. Not yet, no. It doesn't start to move yet.
Okay.
We've got to make sure that we can clear and people are going to move up. But I'd like you to be relatively positive.
Okay.
Are they moving at all? Not enough, are they? Are they moving further up?
Yeah.
Yes. So maybe this is our time. I
Yes.
thought you went a smidgen early there.
Okay.
Tiny little bit early. Go slow as we can. Keep creeping. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. And off we go. So that's the reason why you keep watching people like
Yeah.
that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah? What do you think we should do with that type of driver?
Hold back.
So don't follow him.
No.
Just keep normal position in your lane. What's he doing?
Trying to get over there.
Don't know. Is he on his phone as well? Not sure. Thought he was on his phone there. I was just watching him in his mirror.
Oh.
Watch the guy behind close off the Mercedes who wants to lane change. Okay, the driver of the Mercedes did possibly leave it a little late and I think they wanted to follow me to get round the truck. However, watch what the driver behind now does to the Mercedes when the lights change. How petty do you have to be to close someone's space down and then purposefully drive really slow and hold them up?
Assess the sharpness of the corner, assess problems in there, assess people driving the wrong way down a one-way street, assess all that and make a decision on what's what. What's going to be the problem if you stare at that oncoming car as we were turning in though?
So if I was so if I'm looking ahead
Yep.
and I'm about to turn left, someone could cut in the inside and then...
A little bit. I think, to be honest, you would just probably maybe a little bit confusing to that oncoming car.
Ah, right, okay.
Have a look at the vehicle in front. We must overtake that learner vehicle at all costs, even when the road's narrowing, and I think the learner vehicle's already reached that point they decide to push past. The driving school car does have a little battle. I think it's a good idea to teach learners to be positive in certain situations, but I don't think this was one of them. But I also think that it's a good job in the end by the driving school vehicle to submit and let the other driver get on with the day. Would the driver of this Nissan have done that to a police car? And the obvious answer is no, they wouldn't. Look how far it got them, and we got stuck at the next set of lights altogether.
Hold on. Can't stand that. People dumping stuff inside the road. Did you see that
I
there?
didn't even see it.
I absolutely detest that.